It's the end of our North African campaign, and I've been playing the Axis forces and Patrick's been playing the Allied forces, and we made it to turn 12, and unfortunately I have to report that the Allies had won a comprehensive victory, just basically by annihilating most of the German forces in North Africa. Do you want to give some thoughts on the game, Patrick?
Yep. Well, so for a start, we didn't get... so David surrendered due to the situation rather than the actual victory conditions ending the game. But it was really interesting. It swung back and forth. I think the game, just like in No Retreat, it models the to and fro of the campaign, with the Axis having the initial advantage, and then it slowly swung back to the Allies' favour. It models that really well, and in quite subtle ways at times. The manoeuvre is interesting. It probably doesn't quite have as much manoeuvre as some other North African games I have, but it takes a little while to get your head around how it works. But there's definitely a strong element of that, and a strong element of managing resources. That's probably one of the strongest features of this game. Switching between the maps I find is quite fun. It makes it sort of fresh, and it makes it really easy to put away and put back if you need to do that.
That's been something that a lot of people, and myself as well, were nervous about, was this multi-map situation as opposed to having that one big battlefield in front of us. So I think it plays really well with the multi-maps.
Yeah. It's very low counter density as well, and yet you still have quite a lot of brain burn to get through to to think about the space and the units. I thought initially, and so I think so did David, that it was No Retreat's younger and slightly not as good cousin, but I think it's pairing up to be probably on par with No Retreat. Would you say so, David, or maybe still not quite up to the original No Retreats?
If I had to pick between the two, I think I would pick No Retreat 1, probably because I just prefer the Russian front slightly more than the North African front. Yeah, that's probably the only reason. Yep. If you're a North African fan, I think this models it really well, and you'd probably jump for this one as the better of the two. But yeah, my heart still lies with No Retreat.
Another really important aspect of it is how critical Malta is. Malta is absolutely critical to the situation. It severely restricts Axis supply, models that quite well, and you can use the card play in interesting ways to try to take the advantage in terms of Malta. Yeah, that's about it really.
Yeah, great. So that's Patrick's thoughts on No Retreat, the North African front, after he has just beaten me comprehensively.